Nope. There you go. We don't like that. That was good. That was real good. Sound, vibrate. All right. So, is it? So I see this is the buzz. This is the shock, sound, and vibrate. Okay, and then this right here, when I change this, this goes to the different ones. Okay, gotcha, gotcha. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then I can see where the stimulation is. All right. Cool, cool. All right. Awesome. Cool. Yeah. Yeah. So you can let them go real quick. So you want? Hey. Nope. Nope. There you go. Yeah, they're like, what was that? Okay, I'm going to pop it back. So I had on the 1 at first, and he didn't respond. I put it to 2, and he responded very well. But I want to put it back at the 1 to see if we can keep it low frequency. All right, come here, Sammy. There you go. All right. And then River's 2. Okay. Yep. So I'm going to walk this way. Nope. River down. Good. Nope, down. Nope, down. There we go. Good. See, that's better behavior. So yeah, seeing Sammy not getting all like amped up, just pretty immediately. Yeah. So that's great because this can talk from a distance, right? This is talk from a distance. So basically, what I want to do with this is I'm already anticipating what they're doing. I don't want to correct when they're not doing anything, right? It's an aversion tool. They don't like it. And that's fine. That's great because they're not supposed to be doing that behavior, right? So every single time that they go over threshold at this point, since now we've already taught them what is appropriate, we've been able to come in here and hang out with them perfectly fine. They know what's good behavior and what will get them rewarded. But now it's going to be okay. Now we're really heavily hitting what not to do, you know. So that's going to definitely go a long way. Hi. So again, I'm just going to kind of see how good. No. River. Hey, back up. Nope. There you go. We don't like that. Nope. There you go. So you're a noise. So what I'm looking at is because I don't decide what's aversive to the dogs, they do, right? So for instance, when I tried the number 1 on Daisy, Daisy didn't care. But right when I did the noise, Daisy's like, I don't like that. What's going on here? So with Daisy, the noise might work better than the actual shock.
I've actually been working on some noise equals treat.
Oh, okay.
So she's probably looking for like, hey, where's that treat?
Yeah, which is fine. Perfect. So again. Down. No. Stop it. That's completely fine. Good. Go over. Hey, enough. Enough. I'll use a vibrate for you. I'll use a vibrate. Vibrate's enough for you. I know. Vibrate's enough for you. There you go. Sit. There you go. Sammy, come. Come. Sammy, come here. Sammy, come. Over here. Come. Sit. Good, Sammy. All right. You. Sit. Good. Hi. Okay. All right. Oh, absolutely. Go ahead. Go ahead. And what I want to do next is, if you want to just leave, when you bring dogs back out, just bring Daisy, River, and Sammy out. Oh, I know Daisy. I know Daisy. Let's see who we get amped up. Hello. Come here. Okay. So I'm going to pop it to Rivers because I know Rivers is going to be the problem more so than Sammy whenever I come in.
Daisy, back up. Hey, Daisy, back up.
Hey. Good. River. No. Sit. Stay. Good. Good. Good, River. All right. Sammy. Sammy, come here. All right. Sammy. Good, Sammy. River down. Down. River down. No. 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 Sit. Down. Down. Oh, off? Okay. Yeah, she gets so excited and she doesn't know how to behave from that excitement. Sit. I'll give you one too. Yeah, and with the treats and stuff, she's like, I really, really want that, right? I really want that. I know we're in your space a lot sooner than we want to, than you want me to be. I already knew you were going to be the problem. You already tried to nip. Off. 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 No. Sit. Sit. Stay. So I don't want her to feel like we're bribing her with the reward. Come here. There you go. Come here. Sit. 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 No. There you go. So existing in the space right now is really important because I know River's going to hype themselves up again, especially when I'm not paying attention. No. Sit. Yeah, exactly, and that's what she was about to do. She was about to probably jump up and do the nip like she did last time, and we're definitely avoiding that. Sit. So just having them exist in the space. No. Having them exist in the space is really important. And good job, Sammy. Sit. Sammy's being very good. Sit. Nope. Nope. So you said it's down or off? Down. Off. Off. Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. Off. Sit. Sit.
Daisy, sit.
Good. Good. See, that's the behavior we want. Sit. No, River. There you go. And Sammy.
Sammy, good boy.
Good. Good Sammy. That's a good Sammy. That's a very good Sammy. Off. Or, yeah, off. Off.
Sammy, he's going for the treat.
Oh, is he? He being smart. Sit. Good. Sit. Good. And this is great. Oh, and that's fine. It's not hyping them up right now, which is fine, right? So I'm more worried about River than Sammy right now, because I know even if Sammy tried to lunge at me or anything like that, Sammy is not going to try to really aggressively attack me at this point. Down or off, off. I have to get used to it because I use down with my dog, so it's so sit, sit, good. I know what you're doing, Sneaky. I know what you're doing. Sit. 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 There you go. Good. So what I want to do right here is I'm not rewarding for the sit. I'm rewarding for the behavior after the sit. For the patience, exactly, right? So, sit. So I'm trying not to bribe them. Sit. Sit. So right now they're getting worked up and excited because they think I'm bribing them to do a command, right? Sit. Good. You can have one. Sit. Oop. Sorry, guys. Here. Sammy, I know. Yeah, and I broke these training treats in half because I knew what was going to happen. I needed a lot more. And I don't want to fatten y'all up with training treats. Off. Sit. Good. Sit. Good. And River's the main one. Nope. Good.
Did you give her a vibration?
Mm-mm.
No.
Mm-mm.
I thought I started looking around.
Good. That's good. And again, dogs understand patterns very well. Sit. Sit. So they understand sit patterns extremely well, right? So the pattern here is you will get rewarded, but you got to sit here and behave for an extended period of time. Sit. You have to behave for an extended period of time. Sit. And the problem right now that they're having, just like the lunging at the fence when people comes by, they enjoy doing that, right? It's getting them results that they're looking for, right? The reason why they're jumping up for the treat is because they want it, right? So they think if I jump up and get the treat, I'll get it, right? I'm not letting that happen. No, you don't get this treat when you jump up. You get to sit, and then you can have the treat. There you go. That's awesome. I love how River decided to just walk away real quick, and that's really what I want right now. I want them sit.
So this is a stressful situation for me. I'm going to get up and leave. That's kind of what that was?
Yeah, well, no. It was more of like, you're boring. Okay. I'm going to get up and leave because you're boring me. Yeah. Yeah, and that's great too. I'm being boring right now. And as I was, just like the last time when I was standing at the fence and they were just going, and I just stood there. They didn't get their way, didn't cross the street. I didn't give them attention. I became boring. And then they started just wandering off. They're like, what's going on here? This is boring, right? And especially with high drive dogs, right? Like you have high drive dogs, and with high drive dogs, being boring and making things boring will stop them from wanting to continue doing what they're doing, right? Unfortunately, with this breed right here, though, like for instance, you don't have to do anything and they'll figure out a way to entertain themselves, right? So, for instance, if this dog was working on bite work, right, would love that. they would love that. But the problem is even if I didn't want to play tug anymore with a rope or something like that, or my pant leg, I could just make it boring and it's still entertaining because I'm tugging at your pant leg, you know?
Oh,
So,
got it.
yeah. So,
Daisy, Christina's not going to like that. That's okay. We'll deal with that.
all right. So what I want to do is, because I'm just standing in the boring same position the whole time, I know my movement's going to stimulate them a little bit. So I'm just going to walk around over here and I'm going to kind of see what happens. Again, it's going to be, right now, Sammy's completely fine, right? Come here, Sam. Sammy's completely fine. The problem is when River starts reacting, Sammy's going to react. So my focus right here on this is River, because I want to keep River as low reactive as possible so that way I don't have Sammy reacting. Yep. Ah, no, that was good. She went to go bite me right here in the leg, or not bite, but nip, because I'm not paying attention to her. Sit, sit. And since I'm not paying attention to her, she tried that, I immediately zap, right? Other things I can make the vibrate work, but that's a very big no-no behavior. And just like the heavy correction that I unfortunately didn't get on camera, but the heavy correction from when she was dangling on my arm, you know, it's one of those, it's like, this is going to go a lot further because it is so right now, right? With that correction I did, yeah, I'm sure River understood you know, like, oh, don't mess with this person, right? But that's more of an individual basis. River's like, oh, I probably won't do that to that extreme, to that guy. But in general, what we're working on is the behavior, right? So now it's not just that guy, it's the anytime you nip. And since this is so quick to do it, it's timing is everything with this type of stuff. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, so yeah, my correction last time was really for my own safety in the future. So it's like, look, you're never going to do that with me again. Hi, Sammy. Perfect. This is good. This is very good. This is a lot more calm than they normally are. Of course, right when we got to the gate, they were over threshold immediately. But yeah, I mean, if you have this, what I would first be doing with this, with the over threshold, is since you have to go between different dogs, start with Sammy, because what I've noticed, just like when Sammy corrected River last time, Sammy will quickly stop that behavior, and then we have to get River to stop, right? And yeah. So I would definitely stop Sammy's behavior first, though, because Sammy's the bigger dog, so he's going to be scarier to more people. And because of that, people will more likely be avoiding it, which means it will now reinforce that behavior again. So stopping Sammy first, followed by River, is the way I would go in that order when it's at the fence.
That's interesting. That's why I put him in
Yeah.
just to
Yeah, no, this is, I love how this is 3 of them right here. Yeah, it's neat. I like this tool.
Nice.
This is a good tool. Yeah, over there doing their own thing. Hey, River, come here. Come here, River. Hi, Sammy. Hello. Good. Yes. Good. All right, stay. Back. Stay. I'm going to slide right out here. All right, some more gate work. Ah. No. There we go. No. There you go. So like yeah, exactly. So my verbiage, like when I'm like no and stuff like that, honestly, it doesn't matter. I could just be quiet the whole time, and it would still do the same thing, right? Because right now it's not about the command. We're working on classical conditioning, which is about the emotion. Hello. Hello. Hey, Sam. Come here. There you go. And I think it's funny that they've been ignoring Kim this entire time. They're like, oh, that person's doing nothing, so I'm just going to ignore them this entire time. It's great. Okay. Let's see this again. Nope. Enough. Yeah, Sammy didn't like that at all. So you can see it's all in the same setting, and this is for any viewers as well. Like I was saying before, we don't get to decide what's aversive, the dogs do, right? So although this is the exact same extremity of shock, right, which is at the very lowest level 1, you can see the difference on how they behave with it, right? Yeah. With her, she's not as sensitive to it. So she's like, okay, I feel it. I'm gonna calm down. I'm gonna calm down. With Sammy, it's like, whoa, nope, did not like that at all, right? So and it's no difference in the shock between them. So yeah, we don't get to decide what's aversive to the dogs. They do. And that reaction right there, it's at the lowest setting. It's not a super strong shock, not enough to really hurt the dog. But it is aversive. The dog doesn't like it. It's extremely uncomfortable for the dog, which is completely fine because it would also be very uncomfortable to be put down because they bit the wrong person. So, yes, absolutely. So, what I'm doing right now is I'm doing more of the reason why I'm running is, yes, I'm trying to overstimulate flood a little bit. And by me aggressively running at them, that's a whole new type of behavior from a human that they're not used to. And yeah, we definitely want to make it work. So, Sammy, come here. No. All right. Yeah. No, that's good. That's good. 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 Sammy, come. That's very good behavior. That's very good behavior. Y'all will get yours here shortly. I promise you on that. Good. All right. So bring it back to river. Hi, Sammy. There we go. Come. Good, Sammy. Good. I didn't do anything right there. She just did that on her own. Mm-hmm. Yeah. The vibration barely does anything for her.
Okay.
Off. See, vibration, nothing. Off. She got off on her own at that point.
Is that, I'm curious, typical I've heard for fully breeds, like they just don't feel the pain as much as some, or they just don't care? Or is that nonsense?
A little bit of both. So with bully breeds, they're a lot more stubborn when it comes to things. So with them being so headstrong, they can blow it off very easily. But that's why I have to do it a couple times for her to Daisy to just like start chilling out, right? So it's not that they feel it less, because you can absolutely, if you look at her neck and stuff, you can see where the twitch is because she's feeling it. It's working. It's just she's blowing it off, right? So she just doesn't care because this other thing is more enticing at the time until she realizes, wait, no, it's not, right? So there's that, and that's the main thing with bully breeds. They're a little more stubborn, a little more headstrong. So they blow off the aversions a lot easier. But when it also comes to headstrong dogs like that, a lot of times reward-only training doesn't always work. Aversions work really well with them too. So combining them like we are with all your dogs, combining the two with both punishment and reward goes a very long way with them. Like, I wish I could just throw treats all day. I really do. I really do. Come.
Good river.
Sammy, come. Sammy, come. Come here, Sammy.
Sammy. Hey,
come. Sit. Good.
Good boy.
And you don't care about rocks at all, do you? Good.
No, she's like,
good.
I'll dig through them, whatever.
So now that they got back in their head that treats are out again, let's see how River does. This is very pleasant. This is lovely. Sammy, I know what you're trying. You're trying to be sneaky. You are all trying to be sneaky. And I love River's ignoring me. That's amazing. River normally doesn't ignore anybody. Yeah, yeah, no, that's awesome.
They just all seem really relaxed right now.
Yeah, yeah, it's because they're finally getting instructions on what's expected, right? When dogs are out of control, and I would say at certain points your dogs are out of control, right? When they're out of control and have no guidance, it's highly stressful. And if you remember back to the second session, the one where we were out here and we flooded Sammy,
Yes.
and because Sammy was, I had to do the whole thing, and he was fighting back with me hardcore. If you notice, like right after we shut him down, he was still highly stressed, but eventually he got really calm, comfortable, laid down. His tail was just doing whatever and stuff. And tail wags doesn't always mean friendly. In dog language, it's the most deceiving thing that a dog has is their tail. But when it's not tucked, when it's not tucked, when it was tucked, that's telling me that they're starting to get more relaxed, right, at that moment, because of the two different body languages opposing each other at that moment. So yeah, it's because he got guidance. He was finally told. Exactly, and that's what dogs want. They're domesticated animals, right? And the way they're domesticated is they want the human to guide them, right? They want a task. They want to know what is expected. They want a job. And if they don't know that, that's when they do get out of control, because the stress levels are so high with them. They're like, I don't know what to do with myself.
Right.
You know.
Too nervous a dog to want to be in charge anyway.
Yeah. He just doesn't know what to do. Yeah. So right now, between the different sessions we've done, as well as this tool right here, they're finally realizing, okay, this is the expectations. Yes. This is what I need to do. And I mean, look at them. They're just wandering. They're doing their thing, and they're not caring about me as much. When I move around, of course, they're looking and stuff, but I have a treat in my hand. They know I have a treat in my hand. And I mean, River's over there doing River's thing. Come. Yes, sit. Yes, good. Down. Down. There you go. You can have that. There you go, Sammy. Sit. Down. Down. All right, so you went down, so you get that. All right, so they're all in the treat mood right now, so I'm going to withhold treats. So with high drive dogs, studies testing the cortisol level, studies have, and you've seen the studies, I've already talked about it, they show that treat withholding is higher stress than e-collars, right? So when I'm withholding treats, that's why River gets so stressed out and nips when you're withholding treats, because it's a lot higher stress, right? Lots higher stress and lower efficacy to withhold treats when doing training for high drive dogs. Now, that's fine though if it's higher stress, because we have to teach River not teach her, we have to raise her threshold level so that way she can always stay under it, right? So let her be higher stress without reacting, and it's going to allow her to be able to manage her stress levels. Perfect. We have somebody walking over here, so I'm just going to do some little pacing around, and Looks like you did some brush out work on your husky. Yeah. Yeah, my yard looks like an animal was slaughtered as well by one of the dogs. It's like, no, that's just my dog. Are they turned? Ah, oh, it's okay. It's okay. So, Kim, while you're recording and stuff, can you do a quick walk over to this corner and see how they react? Can you come up and tap the fence? River, come. River, come. River, come. So River's too focused over here. River, come. And that's what I want. I didn't do the zap the second time, but I wanted to get River out of that focus, right? Yeah. Yeah. And so if River isn't able to recall while somebody's at the fence, even if River's not reacting, River's not able to recall because I'm so tunnel vision in, I want to pull her out of it. So that would be a correction as well. That's actually how a lot of people use e-collars for recall, is when the dog's blowing you off, not listening, then because they have a certain motivator that's more enticing than you recalling, then we're going to change the motivation. And the motivation is you come to me or,
so
yeah.
Difference between using the zap versus the vibration, it's just a matter
Yeah.
of what they're responding to.
Yep.
And it's just not fun.
Yep. Yep. And some dogs, I've met some dogs that the vibration is a lot scarier and more aversive than the shock.
My last dog.
Yeah. 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 And some dogs are very noise sensitive. So the beep sound is a lot scarier than anything else. I have a dog that we're working with that is noise sensitive. Yeah. And we found out they were going to try the clicker training with the dog. And the dog is actually scared of the clicker sound. I'm like, I'll take advantage of that. That's going to be a new aversion tool rather than loading it for good stuff, right? For marking a good behavior. What I'm going to use is I'm going to click it to use as an aversion to stop a behavior.
Okay. And so as far as the sound thing goes, speaking of which, so I was trying to associate that with positive.
And you can do that.
So
that's completely fine. So basically, whenever you use a sound, like you'll see trainers say yes, or you'll use a clicker or this sound. That's called a marker. Right? And all you're doing is you're marking a point in time, right? A point in time. So whenever they're doing a good behavior, and if you've loaded this as a marker, that's great because from a distance, you can still mark the good behavior. And that's a good idea. I like it. I know there's not many trainers or people out there that would think of doing it that way. Yep. So.
That's good enough for the instructions.
River, come. Come.
How's it going?
Sammy.
We're working on training
Sammy.
now, so I appreciate you helping out with that.
Come. Daisy, come. There you go.
Good, Daisy.
Yep. I saw right when Sammy went to run up, I just did a quick shock and Sammy's like, oh, that wasn't fun. I'm probably, yeah. So if you do that enough times, like it's breaking the behavior. Just like before, everything we have done is all about that behavior doesn't work anymore. Extinct the behavior.
We talked the first time you came out about not praising the second they stop doing something.
Yep.
Because they're still kind of in that middle state.
Yep.
That applies here as well.
Yep.
Give it a few seconds and then.
Yeah. So what we don't want to confuse the dog, right? So they do something, we apply a correction, right? And now they associate that with the correction. And we don't want to immediately after that praise the good behavior because they're only being good because we corrected them. Right. What we want to do is wait for the good behavior to happen on their own and then praise that behavior so it doesn't confuse them why they're getting rewarded. Yep. That was very good, though. I'm glad we got to see that and do a correction.
More neighbors can walk by.
Yeah. So I remember last time, I think I was sitting here, and then that's when they started getting all freaked out because they wanted me to give them attention. So I am on River. Sammy, come here. Sit. Oh, you're good. You're good. There you go. So if you saw that lick lip right there, Sammy's getting a little stressed. It's most likely because of this tool, which is fine because they'll get used to it. a lot of times, like for instance, my dogs, right? My dogs don't like getting shot. They don't like the beep or the vibrate. That's how I've trained them. But the moment I pull out the e-collars, they get excited to wear it because they know they get to be outside and off leash. So if you start using the e-collar regularly, they'll start associating e-collar, good thing, right? They have no idea the e-collar is actually what's causing this. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that was okay. So I've been reading. That's a calming sign.
Sorry, say again.
That's a calming sign. He's trying to calm you down.
Yeah. So he lip licking like that during this time. It is it's just like yawning. It's to calm themselves. There's other air licks and stuff that you can see. For instance, if they're air licking at a dog's mouth, that's an appeasement, basically saying, "Hey, look, I don't want to fight you." Yeah, so there's different reasons for it, but right now at this time, when I went to go pet Sammy, Sammy licked, and Sammy's a little stressed right now. That's okay though, because a little stress while still being under threshold, while still not being freaked out, while not being super skittish with tail tucked and ears folded, is completely fine. Did you find a piece of wood? Oh. River! Good, yes! Yes! Good. Good. Yeah, and I know this session looks like not a lot's going on. We're kind of just hanging out here, but this is really important for them. Yeah, sometimes training is just hanging out. I mean, it is. I hate to say it, it is. Come. Yes. Yes, that's good. Didn't have to use any aversion. There you go. You just want some attention. Good. Hi. Thank you. Okay. Mm-hmm. And that's fine. What was good about that is although she was in my face for a second, and then I moved back, she did like a little like excited tippy taps, but then she backed up on her own without anything. Without anything, which is good. That's a good sign. It's showing that she is learning how to maintain herself in a calm state.
So she's getting excited. She's like, okay.
Yeah. She's learned how to live within her own behaviors, within her own excitement, which is fine. You know, she's her breed. She's gonna be excited all the time. You know, but just learning how to just live in it, is what we're looking for, right? And again, it's expectations. You know, every dog is different, and also breeds, right? Breeds have a good general like guideline of this is kind of what you're going to get with this breed. Although there are going to be variations, this breed is very much so like this. Yeah, tendencies. And did you get stuff on your nose? Look at that. I got it off. Good. Hey, Sammy. Hey, you. Hey, you. Mm-hmm. Yeah. His ears aren't folded back because he's upset or afraid or anything. Now they're not folded. Like if you can see, they're just moving around. He's listening. Is what he's doing. He's just listening. So again, I'm not paying attention to the river. Perfect. So yeah, that's the biggest thing. Is like I'm not trying to. I'm okay with dogs looking me in the face. I really am. But I want and yeah, I get it. But what I really want from her is to realize that you can do this when I allow it, not when you deem it's necessary, right?
That's her thing. She'll walk up and put her head on your hand.
Yep. Yeah. So creating those boundaries of like, this is not necessary right now. This is not when I want you to.
Yeah.
All right, River, come. Perfect. There you go. Perfect. And that's fine. And then I'm done. You got your praise. I gave you your stuff, and then I'm not going to reward you for wanting to keep coming back. And rewarding would be for River the attention. Yeah. So every time she comes up on her own, that's when I'm like, I'm boring. I'm not doing anything until you back up, and then I'll call you over. And again, it's all pattern recognition. Let's see what happens here. It's so funny. What you'll see a lot in dogs, and you'll see that's the reason for some leash reactivity, or what we're doing right here with Daisy, is a good sign of this. What just happened was I got outside the fence, and now Daisy's like, woof, right? A lot of times it's hilarious. When there's a barrier, dogs just feel more like, oh, you can't do anything. I'm going to be back here. It's so funny. Like, you'll actually, there's videos out there of like two dogs behind a glass door, right? And they're just rah, 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 teeth showing stuff. And right when somebody slides that door open, they're just like, I'm going to stop and walk away. Oh, that's so funny. So I know River is following me wherever I go. And that's the thing is, I don't want that happening anymore. Because when she does, she tunnel visions and then she starts freaking out. So while they're following, River. Nope. And then Daisy, you as well. Stay. So when Daisy walks past, see if you can tell Daisy to stay. Yep, good, good. Now see if you can just keep Daisy there and see when River walks across. See if you can tell River to stay as she walks across your path. Okay, so try it again when River comes this way. So River's about to blow you off. There you go. River, tell her to stay again. There you go. Good. Perfect. River. Okay, so I'm going to walk this way and see if she blows you off. River.
Come.
So with this, I'm using the vibrate.
Yep.
If you can see, she doesn't like it. She's not liking it at all, but she keeps blowing you off, man. And when she's in command blowing you off, that's just saying that if something, that wasn't me, if some person came by, she's absolutely going to blow you off. Good, now let's see if we can try that with Daisy. Daisy! That was good. All right. All right, call them all back to you real quick. Okay. It's fine. So right now, Daisy wants attention, and I'm not giving it to her. Whenever she comes over here to say hi, I'm just walking back out of the fence line because I know that's what Daisy wants me to come in and say hi. So you broke command. I'm not going to say hi yet.
Very good.
Good. That was good. Come here. River, come. Come here.
Good girl.
Good girl. And that was really nice of her too. Like expectations. If River use their strengths, right?
Yeah.
So if River decides that up there is where she wants to stay when people walk by,
Yeah.
might as well, right?
Okay,
Might
so
as
just
well.
stay up there.
No, if that's what she wants to do,
Yeah.
play off her strengths. If that's going to stop her from reacting, then sure. If sitting right here on the corner, or even sitting at the mailbox but not reacting,
Yeah.
like if that's something where she wants to be without reacting, then that's fine. You know, like the whole stay right here next to you, that's great for more advanced obedience.
Sure.
But
I think we're a little ways off from that.
Yeah. Playing off their strengths, I do that all the time.
Okay.
Right. The reason why my dog's a helper dog with reactivity, for dogs that are reacted towards other dogs, it was because I started playing off her own strengths. I realized how she acted towards other dogs, non-aggressive but very assertive, right? And I'm like, maybe I can use that, right? So I started using it and started molding her and shaping her.
Is she avoiding right now, or is she just paying attention to something?
I think she's avoiding.
Okay.
Yes. Good. Sit. I know. So yeah, the aversions.
Yeah.
Again, you can see she's a little stressed from it. And that's fine. I'd rather stress a dog out than them bite somebody.
Right.
And again, the more that we do this, the less we have to do this, right? So yes, it's high stress right now. It's high aversion right now, but eventually you won't need to do it.
Sure.
And it'll be rare.
They're doing great.
They're doing amazing. Hey, Riffs, come here. All right, sit. We got somebody coming? Great. So, it's to the left. We'll find out. Daisy. That was so good. That was so good. I think that's the first time I've ever seen them not charge the fence with somebody. That was amazing. That was amazing.
That was very good.
Good.
You just gotta sit out here doing prime time walking hours and practice, and we'll be fine.
Yeah. Sometimes.
Yep.
I think that's the main thing. It might be a lot of work at first for you, but what I would do is anytime you let the dogs out, be out here with them.
Yeah, sure.
And for right now until the behavior is fully fixed, and or at least modified. I'd hate to say fixed because they're not cars. You don't just fix,
Right.
But the behavior's modified and transformed into what we want.
Okay.
And the reason why is because we can do this, every single day.
Yeah.
Right. But if we're not outside to correct behaviors and they charge the fence and get what they want, then it's just going to be back and forth forever. Yep. It's going to be like, okay, it doesn't work when you're outside, and that's the pattern they'll figure out. When you're outside, it doesn't work, but when you're not around, it does, so I'm going to do it whenever you're not around. And so we don't want them to start figuring that out.
All right, so I got to teach Christina how to use this too then.
Mm-hmm.
So, good.
Yeah.
Right now, it's the shock is set to two options. One is pulse, and the other one is continuous. So right now it's like if you push the button and hold it, it will continue.
Oh yeah.
So should I not have it on that, or does it make?
It doesn't make any difference. So what I do is because I never do a continuous hold.
Right.
Because sometimes I don't trust it to do that, and I know that a lot of them have a time limit that if you do it hold it too long, it just turns off. Instead, I click it, and I control how many times it shocks.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So that would, for instance, 2 or 3 times, 1 time. So. Is that something you want to stop doing?
Hey, leave it.
I'm sure Christina would
I think she gave up on that one, but hey, leave it. Leave it, good girl. These are all getting ready to come out.
Oh, okay.
So she's only helping right now, but still.
She said, I uprooted that for you.
Not what.
It's a good thing that those are coming out.
Right. Yes.
Daisy, come. Sorry, Kim. I know you wanted to say hi, but
I'm fine. I've already said hey.
Daisy, come.
Good girl.
Good. Good, Daisy. River, come here. Come here. Good River.
Go.
Good River. Good River. Yes, good River. Good River. I know. Good River. Okay, amped her up a little bit. Sit. Off.
So I
Hey.
was going to ask you about that. There is a lot more humping going on now. The husky is here.
Mm-hmm.
I know they're just trying to figure out who's where. Should I discourage that, or like
Down.
The,
The humping?
I mean, is there, it's the creepy alcohol like trying to figure
Hey,
out who's
get down.
where, I think.
Move.
Whereas before the husky was here, none of them did that.
Yeah.
So I imagine it's just everything's still kind of like in flux right now.
Mm-hmm. Everything's in flux. I wouldn't let it happen. What you did, just the stopping, right when it happens, just like you did, is fine. You don't have to be super aversive with it. They'll figure it out. Yeah. As long as it's, what happens a lot is you're gonna have aggression sometimes. Like you get humped, and then you try to correct it, and if they correct it, that's fine. If it ends right there, just like we saw the correction, we let it happen with River. If it's a correct end, perfect. If it's a correct, and then you see, oh, it's going to escalate, stop it from happening. Yeah.
Okay,
Hi. Hi. Hello. Hi.
Off. Good girl. Hey, Daisy, off. Daisy.
So I used this on Daisy. It was just easier, and I mean,
you can set the level per dog too.
yeah, you can. You can absolutely set the level per dog. I can put Daisy up to a 2, but it looked like 1 did the job.
Okay.
So yeah, if 1 does the job with every dog, then keep it at 1.
Right.
Now if the dogs start really blowing it off, then raise it up to a 2. Okay. See what happens. Hi, you. Hi. Hello. 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 Hi. Here you go. I saw what you were about to do, and Daisy.
Hey, Daisy. No.
Daisy. All right. Yep. So I'm gonna put Daisy up to a 2 because Daisy blew that off completely. I'll be doing a little bit of cuts in there. I don't want to continuously show Daisy humping. I don't care. I mean, it's dog stuff. Like, people are gonna see it. It's natural. It's a thing they do. Good. I love. Somebody's coming? Cool. Recall Daisy real quick.
Daisy, come. Come here, Daisy. Good girl. Very good. Good girl. How are you? Daisy, come. Very good. Good, Daisy. Daisy, come.
So off plus this. It's the humping thing blew off the 2, but with the fence didn't blow it off at all.
Daisy, come. Come here, girl. Come on, this way. Come on. Good dog. Very good. Good dog.
Yeah, multiple people now that they haven't charged the fence.
Yeah.
That's great. I like progress. I love progress. Awesome. Let me step out of here again. Now that I'm not in their vicinity. Normally, would that spark that normally? Yeah. Oh, awesome. That's good. That's good stuff. This is not to put on them. I just wanted something to make some extra sounds. Good, good. Her recall, she recalled. Recall River real quick.
Come on, River. Come on, River. Come on, River. River, this way. Come on. Come on, come on. And sit. Yes, squeeze it. Good girl.
And Sammy just wants to know what's going on. Sammy doesn't care. Sammy's just, yeah, no, that's good stuff. Give her some praise for that. There you go. I did a vibrate correction when she blew you off the second time, and then she turned around and came right back. That's great. Yep, yep, good job. Good job. What? Oh, yeah? It's possible. I mean, this is all new. This is all new for all of them. This is just, new. It's just new behaviors, new patterns, new context of everything that they know. Their worldviews are changing right now, and so I couldn't pinpoint exactly why Daisy's hopping, but if it's a new behavior, it probably has something to do with this. All right, recall.
Come on, River. River. Hey, River. River. Hey, River. 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 River.
Good. Praise. So the reason why all this loud noise and stuff is because in reality, the world isn't quiet. So if you're let's say somebody's walking by with a big boom box or whatever, it is Springfield. They need to be able to hear you and listen to you. And if there is stuff going on in the reality, around them in reality, and they just blow you off because there's sound, that's not okay. So that's the big reason for River's over here. There's a lot of noise, and we gotta have River pay attention. Recall Daisy? Good. All right. Now release them.
I think I did already, but okay.
Okay, come here. Come here. Good. Come here. Hello. Coming up a lot more gently. Hi. Hello. Hi. Hello. 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 Let's get you excited. Hello. I know.
I'm going to have Christina bring the bird out. They'll freak out with the bird.
They freak out with the bird? Yeah, sure. Why not? Let's see what happens. Okay. That's fine. Yeah, let's just try the bird for like 15 more minutes.
Runner behind him.
Yep. That was good. That was real good. That's the thing is, Sammy didn't care at all. Sammy's like, I wonder what's going on back here.
Now, if she would have started barking, she may have gotten Sammy.
Yeah, maybe, but I don't think Sammy would have rushed. I think Sammy would have turned around and looked. That's what I think. So we just had a jogger come run by right next to the fence. Sammy and River did nothing. Daisy ran up and just stopped and didn't bark or anything. Yeah, that was awesome.
She's not going to bring the bird up.
Okay.
It takes her a while to get
Oh, I get it. Yeah, I mean, yeah. If you can see, like, they're a little more mellow right now.
Yeah.
I can see that they're stressed.
She seems like stressed and a little confused.
Yeah. So yeah, because this is new. She's trying to learn what is appropriate behavior to make this not happen again.
Yeah.
And so right now she is confused because she doesn't quite know yet.
Yeah.
So right now she is playing avoidance. I got this.
Daisy, no.
But yeah, so she's playing avoidance right now because she's like, okay, I've done a couple different things that has caused this thing I don't like.
Yeah. Now I'm being careful.
Now I'm being very careful, which is fine because she'll end up getting comfortable with it. Yeah, as long as we're not trigger happy, that's the biggest thing. A lot of people are trigger happy with this. Is like every transgression gets this, right?
Yeah.
Not necessarily. Like if they run the fence and don't bark, that's fine. Let them run the fence. Yeah, that's an acceptable behavior. But if they run the fence aggressively, correction. So it's really just not being trigger happy, because when we're trigger happy and we do it for everything, even whining, I wouldn't correct them for whining, because when they're whining, what they're doing is, even if they're just sitting there, standing there, not rushing the fence, but they're whining, they're basically telling you is like, look, I'm trying really hard, but it's really hard for me. Yeah, but they're working through it, and that's fine.
You're a good girl.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
River girl.
That's awesome. I love seeing that. Okay, I'm going to come back in one more time. Come on. Come on, sweet girl. Hi. Good girl. Good girl. Yes, you're allowed to come up. You're allowed to hang out. You're just not allowed to be mean. It's not allowed to be mean. And honestly, this is fine too. When River gets overexcited, she nips, right? And that's why you were trying to say, like, the whole face thing, because she gets excited and you don't want her to nip somebody in the face, throat, something like that. That would be bad. If she associates rushing up to people and being way too stimulated and stuff like that with the feeling of this is stressful or this is not okay, that's completely fine, right? As long as she associates it the proper way, which she is doing. If she starts, once she starts getting used to it and starts realizing, okay, the association is if I rush you and I get to this extreme, bad things happen, so I don't want to do that. It will keep her under threshold, and then she'll be a lot happier because she'll realize that, oh, I can still get attention, I can still get love. Yeah, just not up here. Yes, absolutely. Good, Sammy. From session 1 till now, it's night and day. Night and day. Night and day. I would not have imagined from the very first session when we were in there, I would not have imagined that within a few sessions, I'd be no muzzle, no leash, just hanging out with your dogs. Like Like, I mean, you can never know. This is why I don't do the whole like pay for 10 sessions up front,
Right.
because we never know how many sessions it's going to take. You know, it could take 1, it could take 20. It depends on the dog and how they respond. Yeah.
So it's just continuing this exercise,
Yeah.
working with them with people out here.
Yeah.
And then as far as eventually people in the house, same thing, muzzle on.
Yeah. So same thing, muzzle on, e-collar, right?
Yep.
And what I would do with people in the house, first, what I would do is let's say you invite them over, have them outside, no muzzle on, right? And you can do the first thing like we've done, shake the hand through the gate. If they rush the fence for that new person that you're going up to see, use this, right? You can't rush the fence. Go back that way, right? And then give them treats. Give them treats to toss some treats to the dogs. And you obviously know your dogs, and you can tell, just like when I come to the fence and I hand treats through, you can tell if the dogs are going to be, if it's going to be problematic or not, right? But if they can hand feed the treats, at that point, that's when I would get their muzzles on.
Okay.
I would get their muzzles on. You can leave them off leash if you want to get their muzzles on. Have this in hand and allow them to come in.
Okay.
Allow them to come in, because with the muzzles on, the most that they're going to get is a possible muzzle punch.
Sure.
But if you have this, it's going to prevent that from happening. And then from there, you can feed the treats through the muzzle. Just make sure that you're not doing this just in case.
Right.
It's an open palm and kind of pushing it up into the muzzle.
Okay.
And then from there, we can see if their behavior is calm, relaxed, and things like that. Then what I would work on is one dog off muzzle first. Right, so that way, and make sure this is on that dog. We want to correct the behavior. So let's say it's Sammy that's off muzzle first, because we found that Sammy, actually, when Sammy's off muzzle, after Sammy gets used to a person, Sammy is a lot more chill than River is. Right. So I would do Sammy off muzzle first, and then see how River reacts and stuff like that. Make sure Sammy gets pumped up because of River. Fix it. Fix River's behavior, and just start working through the emotions, right? And I have good feelings that soon enough you're going to be able to have just people come over, not worrying about them, and knowing that this is a good, safe environment for everybody.
Just find some people who aren't scared of dogs now.
Right.
So.
Right. Yeah, that's great.
There we go. All right, good. River.
This is yours.
Awesome.
Yeah, I think it has been over an hour now at this point, which is fine. I'm so happy with them.
This is awesome.
I'm so happy with them. Yeah, because you were, I remember when you showed up to the seminar thing, and when you were asking the questions like, I want them to guard the house, but like it's nonstop at the window and this, that, and the other, right? Have you seen any window changes when people are outside walking by?
I don't know if I've noticed them at the window much.
Okay.
So it's usually like if I'm out with another dog, they'll come to the window and freak out.
Oh, okay.
Because they want to be out here too.
Yeah.
I don't think I've noticed them coming up to the window and
barking at people walking. Yeah.
Like
okay.
That was mainly a River thing. River would jump to the top of the crate and want to see what was going on.
Oh yeah. Man, this is awesome.
This is good.
This is real good.
Goals are integrating the house again, getting where the cats can actually be.
Yep. So with that, were the cats at risk of being bit by the dogs?
Absolutely.
Okay. So with integrating the cats again, muzzles on the dog, e-collar, and the exact same thing. When they go to lunge at the cats, a harsh correction, right? A harsh correction. Whatever. And with them too, it's just the number one zap, right? That's the harsh correction that these need. Yeah. Okay, Daisy's good. So yeah. So
unless everyone's attacking, which she will join in.
Yeah. But if you're doing the harsh correction, she probably won't join in because nobody's going to attack. But yeah. So integrating the cats back in is perfectly fine, because that will also give you the opportunity to correct the lunging type behavior. And then whenever the cats are around and they're not lunging at all, again, muzzles off, you can do that. Make sure that you're paying close attention, and then from there, positive reinforce the good behavior. If they're sitting there and the cat walks by and they just look and do nothing and like look away, pop them a treat or something, give them praise, because that is what we want to see. So again, they won't know what they're not allowed to do until we teach them, but they also won't know what's expected unless we teach them. That's why we need to positively reinforce like both spectrums.
For the cat's benefit, is it like if I do one dog at a time, I don't know if they're gonna. I thought I had them in their treats and freaking out. So I put them on the couch.
Yeah.
Is that-
Yeah, you can do one dog at a time and just slowly shift it. One thing you can also do before this is take something of the cat's, like a blanket, toy, or whatever that they like to lay with. Yeah, and bring it to the dogs for a couple of days to get them used to the scent again. And same with vice versa. So something of the dogs put with the cats, so they can get used to each other's scent. Because dogs and cats are so in tune with their sense of smell that it will go a long way when it comes to reintroductions.
I've got with. I've been thinking ahead of this. I've got one of the towels they sleep on. This crate.
Oh, cool!
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. Yeah, I think they're going to come a long way.
Awesome.
Yeah.
This is already a long way. So,
It's good stuff.
cool. Well, thank
Good
you so
stuff.
much.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it.
For sure.